Hello, everybody. I'm Dear Myrtle, your friend in genealogy, but you know that this channel's all about making journals. And I've had a conundrum thinking about placing this particular item, not the box with the initial B, but this thing called a frog. Now, I don't know if you're into arranging flowers. These are very prickly. Which coincidentally reminds me of my mother. But anyway, it also reminds me of my mother because she taught me how to do flower arranging. She'd say, here, arrange these, and I'd arrange them. You put this in the bottom of the vase and it helps hold things at certain angles instead of just stuffing them in the vase. And so she would say, I want this in a triangular shape flower arrangement, whatever flowers she had given me with ferns and things. So when it comes to 52 things, this is a thing that makes me remember my mother. Now, I can't just put it in my steamer trunk. It would snag things. And so, oddly enough, last year, I received a box of chocolates from a company from one of the students in our advanced evidence analysis practicum for genealogy. And I saved the box, but I didn't know why. The chocolates came in this pretty box with this beautiful ribbon. But it has the initial B on it, and my mom's first name is Barbara. And I thought, how perfect. I can put this in the steamer trunk, and it won't hurt anything. So now I need to make a journal for it. And I'll have to tuck the journal here in the back somehow. So it's going to be kind of a narrow journal. Well, theoretically, you never know what it's going to end up with. So I wanted to introduce you to Rachel from Roxy Creations. She creates digis, or digitals as they're called. And I'll just show you some of these. These are from her Italian collection. She has access to old things, and she's over there in Italy, that I don't have access to. So these collages are very cool, in my opinion. Just totally awesome. And they just cost a few dollars each, and then you print them out. Now, most of these are printed on ordinary, well, pretty high quality. Ooh, that's pretty. So's this. Pretty high quality typing paper. I don't know why I keep saying typing paper. We don't use typewriters anymore. Silly old Myrt. But I mean, this is so cool. Stuff that I don't have in the way of embellishments. I think I've done 2 or 3 of each of her digis from that set. And then we get into one of her wallpaper sets. Totally love that this is like crumbling and way cool. Some are more whatever than others. But I really, in particular, like this. And so I'm going to take this paper, and I may use it for the cover, but we need to find a companion to go with it if we can. That might work. That might work. Don't like the pink. Although Mother was very preppy. She liked pinks and blues and ooh. Just incredible things that she has here. Oh, golly. I don't know what to say. Anyway, don't worry. I'll put the link to Roxy's YouTube channel. Or I always call her Roxy, and she's really Rachel. In fact, she has a sister who also uses that last name, but it's Rachel at Roxy Creations. Thank you for these inspirational papers. So I'm kind of going to make this small, like the one we did for Diane earlier. And I sure hope I can find my, here we are. I want to tear off these edges, the white border. I don't need them. And I don't know if I can actually tear them. We'll see if we can. I'm not as good at this as Rachel is. She does this all the time. And I like that it's a slightly rough edge. You know that I like my journals, if you've been here before, to, I'm going to cut that one. It's just too thin. In fact, I'm going to be, there we go. I like these to look old, and the whole reason for doing these is to share stories. Now, the stories I'm going to share of my mother, I've had to think a lot about. We're going to turn in these edges just ever so little bit to make them stronger. Because as I say, this is not on cardstock. I do have photo paper, but I didn't have, is that even straight? Yeah, it's good enough for government work. We're good. I do have photo paper. Roxy or Rachel does use photo paper, but sometimes she prints on printer paper, just ordinary printer paper. Okay, so there is some of the edge. It's going to be bigger than I thought. That's okay. It's all good. All right. So I do need to cut these edges, or fold them in. Let's fold them in. And I'll need to put a little glue. Now, when it comes to those corners, even with ordinary printer paper, it's a little bit stiff here. I mean, too much bulk. So we're going to go and let me get my other scissors, tinier ones. We're going to trim again in the corner to miter it, but we're not getting that little, we're actually out a little from the fold line at the corner. And we'll do the same thing here. That reduces bulk and usually gives a nice mitered edge. Okay, let's see what we end up with. Okay, we need to miter this edge. Okay, and then the other two edges. This is getting very narrow right here. Let's make this a little wider. Let's make everything wider. Okay. Do you ever get in a project and you think you're going to do A, but you end up doing B? That's what this is. We're on plan B at this point. Okay. There's no point in being skimpy about it. Yes, I am getting used to my glasses. I still have, by the evening, my eyes are tired. But that's okay. It's progress. I think everybody goes through that with new glasses, so I'm not worried. All right, now we'll look at all these miters again. I don't know about you, but I watch a lot of YouTube channels to learn how to do things. And sometimes I just have it on like 1.75. You can still understand what the person's saying. And then I slow it down or stop when it gets to a part that I don't know how to do yet. So that's something you could do. And I'd also like it, if you like what we're doing, to consider coming along and actually subscribing to the channel. Okay, the glue I'm using today is our art glitter glue. And let's see if we can get some glue out. Oh, I love doing this every time. There we go. Let's try the other one. See if that's better. There we go. Glue's coming out. Now, the art glitter glue, you got one chance to put it down. And that's perfectly okay. I've done this kind of a journal several times before. If it were new to me, the process were new to me and I had to reset paper, like I just refolded paper, I would use some other kind of glue, or in fact a glue stick is a possibility. But I really like art glitter glue. It doesn't have any glitter in it. It's just called Art Glitter's the name of the company, I think. Anyway, all right. Now, this is going to be a soft-sided journal. It doesn't have to manage a lot of weight anyway, because there's only going to be a few pages in the journal itself. And because I'm just telling one anecdote or two. Here we go. Boy, this side's very raggedy, but it will be covered up by the inside, and I'm not worried. Okay. All righty. So there is our cover. And I'm going to take the suggestion as I did last time. Let's see, which side do I want to be the front? That side? Looks pretty good. Or do I want this side? Both sides are pretty. I think I'm going to do this side. All right, so instead of just folding it flat, I think I'm going to make a fold so that make two folds so that it actually has a mini spine so that it can accommodate some of the things that we're going to put inside this journal. Okay. Now, how is that? There's our little 1/4 inch spine. And let's see how it looks. All right, slightly off, but it's not, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're good. Okay, so on the inside, I was thinking I'd put this. And because it's a companion print, in my opinion. And I think it does have a up. I like these going up. But it is an overall design. It could be used this way. It's all pretty. Do I want to do it that way? Yeah, I do. Okay. All right, well, let's get some of these edges off. All right. Now, that's a little too rough right here, so I'll use my scissors to clean it up when we get done. I'll probably have a lot of that to do. Let's see if I turn my ruler this way if it's easier to tear. Yeah, it's like 1,000 times easier. So the metal edge is not the one I want. It's the one that has, it's the side that has the beveled edge. Makes it 1,000 times easier. My granddaughter, Hannah, has a cousin that's in surgery today, and I'm just seeing now she's coming out of surgery and doing very well. So our prayers have been answered. There's another rough spot that I can just clean up. Let's see how much of this we actually need, because I'm going to let the roughness show. All right, let's do this. Alrighty, this may be fine. Now that can be used for a belly band or anything like that. Kind of cool. All right, and then if we go like this, then we want there we go. All right, now where's that part we were going to kind of clean up just a little? The point of making these is they are homemade, and homemade things are not perfect. Okay. I think I want a little bit more to show. Let me show you. Because it's beautiful, this companion paper. So I'm going to take a little bit more off this side, if I can. Just because I would like some of that cover to show the other way. They don't make beautiful books like this anymore that I know of, where the, inside the cover is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know. Let's go and do our edging here. Not sure which glitter glue we're up to. Let's see if it's this one. Nope. Now, I actually store mine point down. Nobody told me to do that, but it's starting to make sense because once you've opened your glue, air is in there, and air makes the surface of the glue. Let me just spread this all over. Makes the surface of the glue get like, when you make pudding and you stick it in the fridge to cool off and it gets that film on the top, which my brother loves that, which is a good thing because I didn't love that. Anyway, yeah, I'm trying to avoid wasting a lot of my glue. All right, let's see what we got here. Remember, I have one chance to put it down. I hope it's fairly straight. Okay, we now have a cover, but we forgot to do one thing. So I'm going to pull this up here and pull this up here. And I am taking a little bit of silk that would have been used in a sari, because this mixes and matches beautifully. And this will be part of our closure. All right. I forgot to put this on. All right. And the lady that I get this from, there's several that I've tried, and they all do a beautiful job. Okay. So we're going to put a little of this glue here, and this time we're going to put a ton of glue. Keep picking up the wrong glue. Come on, Myrt. You have a brain. Now, because I've done this, I really need to add glue along here because it's already dried. It dries very quickly. I was lucky I was able to pull this up. All right. All right. Now, we may have lost it over here. Nope, we're good. We can still barely get it underneath. Now let's get it in the right position, which will be here. Okay, place it right there. And add more glue. Now, when I'm using fabric, I could use fabric tack, but it's on the other desk. You plan ahead and then you decide to do something at the last minute. All right, so now we've got our cover, and it's going to be this way. And we have a way to keep it closed. You can just tie that in a bow. That's my plan. So when we get together next, I'm going to show you how to put in some pages and put in a couple of tuck spots so that we can use this in my journal. And I think that the coloring of it and everything goes so well with the box with my mother's frog. I don't know why they call that a frog. They just do. Not too many people know what those are. So that's how far we got today. We made the cover and are ready to go forward next time. Nothing left to say, but I'm Dear Myrtle, your friend in genealogy. Happy family tree climbing, everybody. That's a wrap.